I would show everyone some tips and tricks I learned about lining my soap molds, wooden soap molds, that have really made things a lot easier for me. One of the revolutionary things, you might say, is creating a template for your soap mold. So I just cut out a piece of cardstock that fits the bottom inside of my soap mold, and it's just made everything so much quicker and easier. So you just take your freezer paper and place your template in the middle of your freezer paper with a length on the sides to fold over top of your soap mold, and then cut your paper. Now with freezer paper, we use the shiny side up, and for lining the mold, we just place our template right in the middle, and then we fold the freezer paper over the length of the template, giving it a nice tight crease for that length. And then you can do that on the other side, giving it a nice tight crease again. Then you do that same fold for your width of your mold, making sure it lines up nicely. Oopsie, there you go. Now the trick that I have learned that helps me a lot, one way I was first doing it was making a cut down here and a cut here, and a cut here, so that your freezer paper looked like this, and then you would just fold your paper upward and pop it into your mold. But sometimes I would get leaks right at the bottom corners, and I hate actually scraping and washing that out. So if you use just one piece of paper and don't cut it, you don't have that issue. So the first thing to do is, after you have got your creases, is to fold this crease and this crease together. See how they perfectly line up there? And then just make that little crease right from that corner upwards. And then this piece of paper, this corner I mean, that sits on there, we'll fold over top. And you see how it's too long here? We'll just trim that little bit of excess off. I'm just going to get a scissor. And then with this next mold, this next crease, we're going to line these two up together again. Right there, right to that bottom corner, like that. Do your little triangle crease there. See how we fold it this way, and then I trim off that little bit of extra paper there. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So I will line up these two little creases and make my triangle. Fold it over this way. Cut off the excess. Do that again for this other side. Maybe we'll do a little bit easier this way. Yep, see. Folding that over, making that bottom little corner nice and sharp, making your triangle, folding it across the length, or sorry, the width of the mold, and trimming that off. Now we have a good shape for putting it right into our molds. Cut, right in. Chuck, chuck. And nice, tight, little fit. Then you cut down the corners of the paper on each corner. This one. And this one. Oops. Okay. Cutting at an angle doesn't work so easily. This one. This one. Now, I use elastics and a bit of tape to secure the paper to the sides of my molds. I just fold down the edge lengthwise here, give it a little crease, tuck it under my elastic. You can do that on the other side. Push it nice and tight to your bottom, fold it over, make a nice little crease. Tuck it under my elastic, and then the ends have a little bit more paper, but they fold under my elastic pretty well there. I use a little bit of painter's tape because it actually, well, that one wasn't long enough, sticks to my wood better. And then on this side, fold it over under the elastic, add a little piece of tape. You can tape your sides down if you want to as well, if you want a little firmer, tighter piece of paper. Not really firmer, tighter. And there you have a nice, tight-fitting, freezer-lined wood mold. Thanks!